محمد نبينا بنور هادينا من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة من صلى صلاة.
This lesson, I would want us to learn something about the various aspects that we learn in social studies, and part of it is practical geography. You visit areas that are of interest, you see them, you learn about them, and you're able to feel the touch, you're able to see part of most areas. In the recent past, we visited the coastal areas of Kenya. Today, now that the country has been divided into counties, today we refer to it as Mombasa County. But not only Mombasa County, but we tried also to cross to other counties within the coastal region, for example, Malindi. And I would want one of us to come and share with us what was the trip like. How did we learn part of what is acquired in class, and we practically saw it on the actual field. Who is going to help us go through that? Yes, Isam. Please come forward and share with us.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
عليكم السلام ورحمة الله وبركاته.
Traveling leaves you speechless. Then it turns you into a storyteller. This is a story of the best school trip ever. But first, let's start with dua.
Now these are stories, they tell no lies, lessons that stand through the test of time. They tell us of a path that remains so true.
My name is Sam Suleiman. I'm in class 8 Achievers, and we came on this trip on Monday. So bad we're leaving on Thursday. I could have wished it's gonna be longer.
How long?
Forever.
You don't want to go back to school?
No. When we boarded the bus from school to the airport, I was talking with my friends. We were asking each other how the plane would be. Some of my friends hadn't even yet been on the plane. It was their first time.
Why KQ? Why the flight? Some of the parents, in 2015 when we sat for the meeting, we sat for the planning committee of the trip with the parents. Most of them said they don't want jumbo jet, they want KQ. This year, before we came for the trip, 2 kids and the director, they were given a business class offer because we've given them around 5 years down the line business. So it's not cheap, it is expensive, but their services are good.
من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة من صلى صلاته واتحلى في صفاته يا بخت اللي في ظله ماشي يشفع له في مماته محمد نبي.
As a candidate coming to this trip, it creates a memory to remember my friends, and then you can see how other people, it just shows you how much work you need to do to get at the top.
We've had a very tough marathon kind of program running.
To have such a good opportunity, because if we didn't go, I think we would have too much stress with the exams and all the stuff, so we will just be deteriorating just both mental health and physical health.
So we discussed with the parents and agreed that they be given a break, and Alhamdulillah, thanks be to God, some parents accepted.
This is just a stress reliever. Like you put all your worries aside and just have fun.
Muhammad is my guide, Muhammad is my teacher, Muhammad my beloved Rasulullah. Muhammad is my friend, Muhammad is my hero, Muhammad is my leader, the servant of Allah. Muhammad the kind, Muhammad the compassionate, Muhammad always smiled, beloved of Allah. Muhammad.
Food is delicious.
This year, we've had so many challenges, of course because of COVID. And before I even planned for this trip, it was not in my mind. Of course, I was thinking about what I'm going to do about this year's trip, but the children themselves came out. It was a force from the children themselves. Everybody was asking, you meet them on the corridors, teacher, what are we going to do? We have not gone for the trip. Teacher, what do we do? Plan for the trip, plan for the trip. And it was not easy, even when it comes to planning. It was not easy. I was just wondering, how am I going to approach the parents? And we thank God, it was a step of faith that we took. I can't even explain that eventually it was a success.
When I was in class 7, the class 8s went for a school trip, this same trip, and I kind of felt jealous that they were going on this massive holiday. I wanted to join them so badly, but they didn't have any other tickets.
Since a long time ago.
Sarova has pool, Sarova has food, Sarova has the best rooms. Sarova has a view that you could never forget. It has so many pictures you can take, you can even overload the memory.
And we do Sarova every year because of their hospitality, because of the environment, serene environment. Our children love the food prepared in Sarova.
The rooms are very nice. You can, it's just a place you can go relax. When you just first lay on the bed, you can doze off to sleep instantly. It's just so beautiful, big, and the view from the room is very nice.
We also like to train or to have the mindset of the children looking far above where they are, and also even giving them a vision of where they are supposed to be, the standard, to lift the standard of our children.
I have dreams right now. Maybe I could even own a hotel like this, or I take my family here. I just want to be thankful to the teachers, the director, the parents for giving us this wonderful experience.
What goes into the planning of the trip is immense. It takes almost 3 to 4 months planning for such a trip. What happens is that first of all, we discuss with the children, we come up with a questionnaire, and we go ahead and show them what they are supposed to learn from the trip. We communicate to the parents, each one of them, and discussing with them about the trip. And actually, most of the parents were very supportive.
When Teacher Nancy first came and told us about the trip, she was planning for the trip, I did not believe it at once. Then she gave us the papers for the trip. That's when I knew, wow, we're going to Mombasa.
When I first heard of the trip, I felt excited. I felt like the final day for waiting has come. I felt the date October was too far. I just wish it could have been the next day. I couldn't wait to go.
The day I was leaving home for the trip, I was very anxious and I was excited at the same time because I would be coming to a 5-star hotel.
This is fun.
My parents' expectations, they were kind of worried at first, but then they started trusting me little by little. Then when they saw my performance, they accepted and then they paid. but they told me that it was a test of responsibility. It's not my first time being away from them, it's just my first time being away from them with my friends. So I think they thought that I was going to be naughty and stuff.
I didn't really believe that I was going to go because my parents were against it. But then my parents they decided, after they saw how much fun it was going to be, they decided that it will be better to let me go than to not. I think they made a great decision because if I had not gone, I don't think I'll have had as much fun.
At first, they refused. They were worried about my health since I have a skin condition and I have never been away from family. This is my first time. After a little of convincing and improving in my studies, my father allowed.
Muhammad is my guide, Muhammad is my teacher, Muhammad my beloved Rasulullah. Muhammad is my friend, Muhammad is my hero, Muhammad is my leader, the servant of Allah. Muhammad the kind, Muhammad the compassionate, Muhammad always smiled, beloved of Allah. Muhammad the brave, Muhammad is the one who's the seal.
Where are we going?
Copy of the dog, of the son, of the husband, of the daughter, of the wife,
Of the old man of Borneo.
just come to town.
Now, this is the coastal lowland. This is called Arabuko Sokoke. Sema Arabuko Sokoke. This is what you learn in SST. It is a coastal lowland. What do we call this, teacher?
We can say, concerning the farm, we can say it's an expansive tract of land.
Malindi, it's just like Mombasa, but I think it's better. It has blue waters, it has blue skies, but it's very hot. You need a lot of AC. I mean, you could just sit down there and just take a glass of madafu.
Our creator, there's no one greater than Allah. So why do we stand tall, too proud to recognize what's right before our eyes? Signs from the Lord. Hey, little fish in the bottom of the ocean, moving along in a really cool motion. Did you ever wonder where you came from? Who is the Lord of all creation? The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord. The little fish said, that's my Lord, Allah, the creator of us all.
Malindi was very exciting, it was fun. We saw fishes, we went swimming. We saw the teachers' good side. They were all playing, everyone was having fun. We were pouring water on each other. It was very exciting. This is my first time going in the boat. I was really scared at first, but then when we reached the island, I was excited. I forgot all about my worries. I was not scared of the boat anymore. It was just wow, nice.
Into the glass boat, we felt excited. Phones were out, snapping pictures all over, selfies everywhere, flashing cameras. You just look down, everyone's just mesmerized by the scene down there. You're seeing fish, you're seeing coral, stone, sand. You see the waves crashing back and forth on the boat. Team building games, that was the best part. We went to an island that disappears, it reappears and disappears like a magician. And then we played a team building game. You were to switch cups, the cups go all around while they're saying a story, the death game. Whenever anything related to death, it stops on you, you come back in. And the teachers also lost for the first time. Now we actually have something to brag about. Now the pupils have something to brag about. Playing with the teachers, and we were told to get our revenge, and yes, we did. We threw them in the water, we gave them a proper bath. We all went swimming in there and the teachers never came out. And the best part was the director also drank some water yesterday.
No doubt, whoever I see, whatever I found, I can hear them sing out loud. Alhamdulillah, praise my Lord. Alhamdulillah, praise my Lord. Alhamdulillah, praise my Lord. Allah, the creator of us all. Allahu Akbar, our creator. There's no one greater than Allah.
The team building games were the best. Right now, I think when we go back to school, I think it will be much easier to cooperate with our fellow students. Because of the team building games, it has really helped us in cooperation.
It is very, very good when a child reads about Vasco da Gama in the book and he literally or she literally touches it, touches the pillar. It will never go out of their minds.
From class 6, we have been learning about the Vasco da Gama pillar, but I've never seen it. So when this time I saw it, I was very shocked. I didn't think it's just a pillar. I was shocked to see it's just a pillar. And it was my first time, so it was the best experience.
The Vasco da Gama pillar was mesmerizing. You could tell the history from there. We took pictures. I mean, that was only something you've ever seen in your books or heard by someone. Now we actually got to see it. I think it's gonna improve our SST question on that, if any comes. The packed lunch in the bus was great. We ate and ate. Some people were exchanging apples, some people exchanging the banana, some people exchanging the chicken, the sandwiches. There's even a croissant inside there that we ate.
I pay better. I pay better. I pay better. I pay better.
Give it to the director.
I take the ball.
I take the ball.
I put it here.
I put it here.
I pay better.
I pay better.
I pay better.
I pay better.
نفسي أشوفك في المنام يا رسول الله وابكي على كتفك وانام يا حبيب الله ونو شرف لقى صحبتك وخففه في أمتك.
By the Portuguese. Name of your country, Sam? Libya. Namibia. And I think you pay attention to this. Anas. In KCP, this is what distinguishes between Luanda and Angola and this one. They always have this stretch. Right? Yes, give us the capital. Colonized by. Give independence by. Year of independence. Why were they given independence by the British yet they were colonized by the Germans? Yes, the capital city of Zambia. Lusaka. Colonized by the British. MashaAllah. Zambia was colonized by the British. Capital city of Egypt. First, the prominent leader from Egypt. The year he was born. The year he died. One major thing we remember about Leopold Sedar, about Gamal Abdel Nasser. He nationalized the Suez Canal. Number 2, he built the Aswan High Dam. MashaAllah.
حسسني بالأمان وتعلقت بيه اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه.
All right, so you are most welcome to Fort Jesus, huh? Yeah, in Swahili, Karibuni. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Otherwise it's just natural.
Natural, thorough, carved and done.
Are you getting that voice?
And by that time, Kenya and Uganda, it was under the British colony. British East Africa Protectorate. That was 1st July 1895.
Remember right from the word go, from the planning session, logistically trip planning is very involving. But the exciting part comes now when you see what you had planned happen. You see learning happening, you see kids enjoy themselves, you see, kids mingle. So for me, I would say it's been wonderful. The learning has been there, enjoyment has been there. It was a great experience.
In fact, I expected nothing less than this then. because this has been a wonderful experience. We've been a 5-star hotel, which is very rare. I mean, that's like a once in a lifetime chance.
I didn't expect something as big as this. I just expected like a normal trip to Mombasa, those normal trips, but this one, hi.
So I've come several times, but this was the most fun experience.
If I had missed this trip and had it from my friend, I would have felt so sad. I would have felt my spirit breaking up. I could have said, I just wish I could.
I would feel very jealous and sad, because this was one of my best experiences in my life.
So I'd want to thank the school directors in particular for all the plans that have been organized, whether it is transport, whether it is with their tickets, whether it is in the accommodation.
I want to take this rare opportunity to appreciate the school director for the support that he has given me, particularly when it comes to planning for these trips. He's always been there to advise me. He's always been there to accept and take my suggestions. He's always been there to support me to go out and check on these places that we are going to visit before we go there. You are one rare director that we have come across. You are one person who has always been out and wholeheartedly support the trip department in this school. May God indeed bless you. May God indeed open even more doors and expand the school because of the support.
Thank you, Director, for giving us all these services. We've never felt so special.
I want to take this opportunity as well to appreciate the head teacher who has always been there to also talk to the class teachers, to the students, and also support the plan that I normally have for the trips. Without forgetting the class teachers, you've always been there to also talk to the children, support me talking to the parents, because you are the people who understand the parents much more than me. I might not know all your parents, but because you know them, you are always out to support the students out in the field and even preparation of the trip.
I want to thank the entire team of teachers that was on board. Keenly, each and every teacher had a responsibility, right from morning to the end of the day. You would see a teacher who would be the last one to go to bed, and the teacher who will be the first one to wake up in the morning to make sure that each and every child have gone for their salah in good time, prepare them to go for their breakfast, be each and everywhere the child is, in all the activities. And these have, have given us easy time. We have not had any incident. Our kids have behaved very well. They have enjoyed themselves, and most importantly, there has been maximum supervision and safety for our children.
Coming to a place like this, it's very expensive. And coming up with even the cost of this trip, it's equally not easy. We normally sit down with the director, come up with the budget, talk about the flights, talk about the buses, talk about the places where they are going to visit before we come up with the figure to tell the parents. Of course, the figure that we tell them, in their view, it's normally too high.
At first they were like 60,000 for what? Then later, when they read the paper, they were like, okay, we'll pay for you.
The trip is worth the money. The trip is worth a lot more than the money. It's worth everything. It's worth all the effort we've put in. It's just outstanding, amazing, beautiful.
يا بخت اللي في ظله ماشي يشفع له في مماته محمد نبينا بنور هدينا من مكة حبيبي نور سطاع المدينة من صلى صلاته واتحلى في صفاته يا بخت اللي في ظله ماشي يشفع له في مماته. يا إمامنا يا أمين يا سند للمسلمين، يا حبيبي يا محمد يا ابن عبد الله. تمت الرسالة تمام والحبيب مسك الختام. طول حياتي وفي صلاتي بدعي صلي وراه. محمد نبينا بنور هادينا من مكة حبيبي نور.
In the past we have had an instant change from each and every participant, because they want to make sure that the sacrifice the parent made to make sure that they participate in this particular trip is also they are going to give it back in terms of performance, in terms of change of their behavior, in terms of, you know, being more focused even in life.
Now that I've come here, I'll improve my performance tenfold. I'll go out of my way to do the efforts, because this is going to be a way of thinking Kinderworld for this.
Right now I feel very excited, just excited because I will never get a chance like this ever again, but it's very exciting to know that I'm here.
I think it will be etched in my mind forever because it's just a memorable trip. I don't think I'd ever forget it in my life.
Head, back, so give the director, give the director, give the director, give the director, give the director,
يا نجام المتاهة ويرد الدنيا في عينينا بالليل وضحاها.
My message to the parents, I want to sincerely, from the bottommost part of my heart, appreciate you for the support, for the trust that you have given us. It is never easy to convince you to allow your children to go with us out. As much as these children push us, talk to my mother, talk to my father, it's never easy, even when it comes to finances, giving this whole amount for them to go out and have fun or even just learn. It is never easy.
We even had parents who had to follow their kids, especially those who were in Mombasa. They would come and check with us, check how we are doing. I mean, that cannot go without recognition. So from the bottom of my heart, I'm very grateful to the parents, and I pray with this continued support, it should be able to push us to the next level.
To my mom and dad, I want to thank you. I want to thank you for paying for this trip. I want to thank you for giving us this opportunity of a lifetime, and I want to thank you very much.
My mom and dad, I would like to thank them for paying for me this trip. I know I'll improve on my grades. I've really learned a lot of things. I've had fun. I would like to say a very big thank you to them.
Thank you, Mom and Dad. I'm so grateful that you allowed me to come to this trip, and I benefited from it so much that I could now answer questions in exam and I would not fail them and earn more marks. I would put my best foot forward and try my best in exams, and I would be very hardworking, inshallah. Thank you.
Mom, Dad, thank you so much for letting me go to this trip, because if I had not gone, I think I'd be jealous about all the stories being told by other people and me not getting the chance to see it with my own eyes. Thank you so much.
من أول ينفع بي سمعت أبويا وأمي بيصلوا عليك اللهم حببني في الإيمان حسسني بالأمان وتعلقت بيه اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه اللهم صل وسلم وبارك عليه نفسي أشوفك في المنام.
Some trips are just never forgettable because they were lived full-heartedly with best friends.
يا حبيب الله ونشرف لقى صحبك